Hi, it's Thursday and 4 o'clock, back to our usual time. And I have a great episode of AirSculpt TV for everyone to watch. I'm going to start out with a special guest. We did a patient named Halima in Orlando. We did her live, we did a hip flip. And I have her 48-hour after photo behind me. And I actually have Halima here in the studio. Come on in, Halima. And
hi, everyone.
She's a little camera shy, so give her a break. What we're going to do here is, first, I want to show you her before and after. We're going to post it, of course, but I'm going to point here. Or actually, Halima, why don't you point to your hip dip?
Actually, right here, this was my main issue area.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I always suffered with this area. It did not look good in bikinis or anything, and of course, my stomach.
Okay, so what we did is we took her tummy fat and waist fat out. We did what we call full abdomen with AirSculpt. And then we did a hip flip on her, and my head is blocking the best part. So why don't you walk them through your changes here?
Yeah, if you see here, I don't have the dip that I used to have in this picture.
What do you have now?
It's incredible. I have really nice curve.
Do a spin. Yeah, okay.
And a really flat tummy. So
Show
I'm
them.
super happy about that.
Show them your definition. We even gave her some abs.
Yeah.
Show you, look, see this line here? Like, right here, she had no definition before. Like, I am so impressed. How many days has it been since you did it?
Actually today would be a week.
Oh, okay,
yes.
So it's 1 week after, and I mean, she looked incredible at 48 hours. Now, I want you to tell the people watching us, just look at the camera, and tell them what it was like when you took off the garment for the first time, because I remember you texting me and sending me pictures, but I want them to know what that was like.
Honestly, I was blown away by the results. I could not believe that was me when I removed my garment and I saw that flat tummy. And it was mind-blowing when I was taking a picture for the first time, and I took a side picture, and I did not have that hip dip here. So that was something that I could not believe. I was blown away.
How do you feel about your new curves?
I love it. It fits really good in clothes. This skirt, I would wear it and I would look square in it, you know, because I had a kind of a boxy, you know.
I call that the SpongeBob look. Yeah.
Yeah, not anymore, but
no, you're so curvy.
Yeah, I love it. It looks good, and I can't wait to be in a bikini.
I can't wait either. So we'll show you more of Halima's results once we just got a hold of her, and when we're going to take some pictures later and we'll post them. So we'll show you her results. But I love hip flip. It's one of my favorite procedures, and I mean, as you can see right here, sorry my head's blocking it, but what a tremendous change. And for 48 hours, I mean, this is just unheard of. Look at that front picture, and we'll post it, but I mean, 48 hours, what a is it crazy for you?
It is.
To look in the mirror 48 hours later and be like, who is that?
Definitely. I had to show my friends. I called them right away, FaceTimed them, because I could not believe what I saw.
Are they jealous?
Literally. They are. They are very jealous.
Cool.
I love it.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to change gears, and we're going to go live in Scottsdale. A patient named Kira from Dance Moms, and we're going to talk about her arm procedure. She had her arms done a while back, actually on this show, 3 months ago to be exact, and she's been overjoyed. So we're honored to have Kira on AirSculpt TV. Hi, Kira.
Hi.
So I hear you love your arms.
Oh my gosh, I am so obsessed. I've had so much just confidence brought out by the arms.
I'm so happy to hear that. We're gonna show your pictures behind me for a second, but then I don't know what you're wearing, but maybe you can show your arm. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Those are serious results there, young lady.
I'm wearing I don't know if you'll be able to see. Let's see, because I should have wore a better shirt, but I mean,
that is beautiful. I mean, first of all,
the best thing is too, is it's hard. Like there's no, you know, it's hard. Like it's my entire arm feels like muscle.
That's how it should be. And tell us, how did the skin do? It looks to me like your skin really shrunk up.
It did. It's funny because I work out a lot, like 5 to 6 days a week, and I have done that for a very long time, and my arms just would never develop. And I was kind of concerned because I was like, well, what's the skin going to do? It just tightened up right in with the muscle.
Yeah. That's one of the most important and special things about AirSculpt. That's what makes this technology so transformative, is not only does it take out your unwanted fat while you're awake, you can do whatever you want the next day, et cetera, but we really shrink the skin. It's not just, oh, a little bit of skin shrinkage, but no, I mean, this is a huge amount of skin shrinkage. So
yes,
this is everything I could have hoped for from your procedure. And more than anything, I love seeing that smile on your face. So
it was so much more because I was like, I just didn't know how much we'd actually been able to take out and get the look I was going for. And this, I mean, it was much more than I thought.
That's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that. A couple questions that we ask everybody is, how did you find out about AirSculpt?
I had some friends use you guys when you first opened in Beverly Hills, and 2 of them, and they did pretty much their entire body. And when I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh. And then they told me the process. So I had been following and looking into it for a really long time, but you know, nervous as most people. And then I was just to a point where I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm diving head first and I'm doing it.
And what was the experience like? I know we did you on camera, but what was it like getting it done? And then what was it like, what was your recovery like?
It was so easy. I mean, from all the way from going in to the consult to the day the procedure was done, everything went so smooth. And I mean, it was so easy. And then the recovery was nothing. I was up doing dishes, laundry. I was back to mom life the next morning.
That's what we tell everyone. And that's why we do this show, is because it's one thing for us to write it on the website or Instagram. It's another thing to hear it from an actual patient. And that's so important to us and so important to our prospective patients that probably have been following us for years and are like, is this real? How are these results so good? I mean, look at the back of your arms. I see a beautiful triceps definition. I see no saggy skin at all. And I see a beautiful arm. Like, I assume you're ready to wear tank tops this summer in Scottsdale.
Oh, we've been there. It's 95 degrees.
Oh, okay.
We've been there. And you know what's so crazy to me too is like the incision point where they went in. The one on my elbow is gone. You can't, I mean, you can't even see it.
I see. Oh, I see a little red dot. Yeah.
But that's it. That is it. I mean, and with time, you know, that heals. That's
it's only been 3 months. In 6 months, that will be gone.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do worry about scars, and I'll show them just like I do all the time. It's only this big. We're talking about the size of a freckle, the hole. And so for 3 months, what you have is perfect. And in 6 months, I expect it'll be completely gone. So no one needs to know, you know, unless you want to tell them.
Yeah, it was, and everything about it was so easy. You're awake the entire time. I was like on the phone. I was calling my husband and I was like, look, this is what it is.
Yeah.
It was so simple.
I'm so happy to hear that. You know, that's what this is all about, is we're able to shrink your skin, take your unwanted fat, do it in, you know, an hour and a half, have you back into your normal life the next day and have amazing results, you know, and that's what's so important about what we're doing here. So if someone were to ask you, hey, I was thinking about getting some body contouring done, what do you think about AirSculpt? What would you tell people that are interested in getting rid of some unwanted fat?
Oh my gosh. So after my 1 week post, I was sending everybody pictures and I'm like, you have to check this place out. This is amazing. Cause I have a lot of friends that want to do the mommy makeover. They're done with kids. And actually I think two of my friends have already gone in. One was a couple weeks ago, did it. And she's so happy with her results. So I tell everybody because it is so worth it. The amount, and like, it's so worth it for your confidence. You know, we all have those problem areas that just, you can't get rid of. Dieting, exercising, no matter what you do, it's just genetics.
Yeah.
And we have to face the reality of that. Or, you know, childbearing. I have 3 kids. It's like, your body doesn't go back to normal. No matter how much you want to say it does, it doesn't.
No.
And something so simple like AirSculpt, I mean, it was the recovery time, everything about it, I would recommend to everyone.
I'm so happy to hear that. You know, what I like to tell my patients is you can't spot treat the body. People think, oh, I don't like my arms, so I'm going to do a lot of arm exercises. A lot of times that makes women's arms actually bigger because it just builds up muscle. You can't spot treat fat, except with AirSculpt, right? So anytime someone has an unwanted pocket of fat that's diet and exercise resistant, I think this is the absolute best answer out there. And I'm so happy that you did this and you had such a great experience. And it's just an honor that you're willing to share this with everyone, not only once, but twice. So thank you so much, really, from all of us. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I can't thank you enough. I'm so happy you're happy.
And thank you, because this is amazing, and what you're doing for people is amazing, because a lot of people don't want to go under. They don't want the long, recovery times. We live in a fast going, let's do this and be done.
No one needs to go under. I can't imagine putting someone under for body contouring. We can take out the exact same amount of fat, if not more, and actually you can be a part of your procedure. You can see what's going on. You can interact with your doctor. There's no mysteries. It's scary to be put under, and it's also dangerous. There's no reason to do that, especially when you're going to get a higher quality result with AirSculpt. Like, it just makes no sense. And that's why we do these videos so much, is to try to help people understand that. So, yes. Kira, you've been absolutely wonderful. I can't thank you enough. And I'm so glad you had such a good experience.
Thank you.
Well, okay. We're going to answer some questions about arms now. Wait, any questions for Kira about arms? Let's see if we have any questions. And then you can answer them directly. Let's see.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, it looks like we have no. Oh, there might be one. Let's see if we have any questions.
Does it help with skin tightening?
Oh, does it help with skin tightening? So, how do you feel about your skin? We talked about it a little bit, but were you surprised?
I was worried about that, but it was tight. It's tight. It's hard. It's like a muscle, one big muscle.
That's wonderful to hear. Yeah, I think that's probably our patient's biggest concern before they get AirSculpt. What I hear every day and see on Instagram every day and blah, blah, blah is, what's going to happen to my skin? And I say, it's always going to be tighter. It may or may not be tight depending on what you're starting with, but it's always going to be tighter. And as you can see right here, it clearly is. So any others, Lauren?
Yeah, someone's asking how you felt about being awake during the procedure.
Well, I loved it because I love knowing what's going on. So being able to see the process, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I was calling my daughter. I was calling everybody and showing them because I just couldn't believe that this is happening and I'm awake.
I hear that all the time. It's really nice. First of all, you can call your loved ones, friends. You can get support from them. You're allowed to bring people even into the procedure room if you need a little hand holding or if you're scared. And we encourage that. We want this to be the most fun, the most rewarding experience you've ever had at the doctor's office. That's always our goal. And everyone always goes in and they're a little nervous. I mean, it's normal, right? Even if before you go to the dentist, when I go to the dentist, I'm a little nervous before I get in the chair. So it's just normal. So It's normal to be nervous, everybody, and as you can see, it's just nothing to be worried about. Once you get on the table, everyone's like, "This is it. It doesn't hurt at all." I was I was expecting it to, pinch. I was expecting this and that. How much did it hurt?
That's the funny thing too. So I was like, oh, when I get home, because you get home and all I did was sleep pretty much. And then the next morning I was like, oh, how is this going to feel? It was nothing. I took off the garments and switched the bandages and put it back on. It was nothing. There's mild bruising. There was mild bruising. And I think I had shown that on my stories. But, I mean, your pain is your bruise. There's no pain in like actual, oh my gosh, I can't move my arms up. Like I said, I was washing dishes and doing laundry. So that's very arms moving.
Yes, it is.
And no pain.
We're so happy to hear that. Thanks so much again, Kara. It's been an honor and a pleasure, and I hope to hear from you soon. We're sending you an AirSculpt sweatshirt because I heard you didn't get one.
Oh, I didn't. And you know what? I wear those t-shirts all the time. They're so comfortable.
Amazing. That's great. Thank you so much. We're going to answer some other questions about arms, and we just really appreciate your willingness to share your experience with everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, Lauren, let's go to our arm questions.
I saw.
I don't know.
I see a lot of questions about asking about lymphatic massage.
Oh, okay. Let me answer that while you're on the phone. AirSculpt does not require lymphatic massage at all. It's old school stuff for old school procedures. You can do it if you want, but I don't recommend it. It's not necessary. It's not going to change your final result. Did you do them?
I did not.
Yeah,
No.
there's no reason to do them. And I think in my whole career, I may have advised 3 people to do them because they were getting married like 3 days later, and maybe it would help with a little bit of the swelling. But AirSculpt does not require lymphatic drainage massages. It doesn't require second stage garments. It doesn't require wearing your garment for any more than 2 weeks, unless sometimes with fat transfers we do 3 weeks, but in general it's just 2 weeks, and that's it. That's what's so special about AirSculpt. So thanks for bringing that up, because it's something that's very near and dear to me. Lymphatic drainage massages, no one wants to do that. This is a come into a really nice spa, get skinnier, go home, move on with your life procedure. It's not like, find a lymphatic drainage massage person, go in every week. That's not what we're doing here. So, and look at our results. So thank you, Kira. I appreciate it. I'm glad we couldn't transfer over. That's a perfect question.
I had a lot of people actually ask me that too, that I had told about, and I hadn't even heard of it, so I didn't really know what they were talking about. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. I just wore garments for 2 weeks and I was done.
That's the way it is. Thank you. That's exactly what I want to transmit here. Is that's all old school stuff for the older procedures that we don't do. So thank you very much. Let's go to our other arm questions.
Awesome. Kira,
Bye, Kira. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
press the X.
Kira, you'll have to press the X to exit. There we go.
That was great. Okay, so Lauren, go ahead.
All right.
So we've tabulated some questions we've had about arms over the last couple days, and we're gonna go over our responses. So go ahead.
All right. One of them is, will I be able to lift up my arms?
You certainly will be able to lift up your arms. Yes, there's no restrictions on movement. The next day, if you're a bricklayer and you want to lay bricks, you can do it.
Does it give you a sharper, more defined look?
As you can see from Kira, it sure gives you a sharper and more defined look, as you can see behind my head here. Can we look at the back of her arms? Let's just go over, you'll see the definition. Right here, that's her triceps. So you actually get a much sharper, more defined look. You get to really sculpt your arms. It's really, we're giving people the arms of their dreams. Arms are one of my favorite areas because they're so quick and easy, and patients are so happy. The skin shrinks up so well. And I know just from experience that it's probably, on women, I think it's the hardest area to lose. Once you have arm fat, no matter what you do, it doesn't seem to go. So I'm really glad that we could show this. What else, Laura?
Do I need to do any stretchings?
No, you don't need to do stretching. I love that question because it means the skin tightens so much you need to stretch it. But no, some people say they do it, but it's not an instruction we give. It's not necessary. But the skin really does shrink quite well.
Does this procedure work for all age groups?
Yes, we do 18 to 81 at Elite Body Sculpture, and works for anyone between 18 and 81.
Can I also target the armpits?
We love doing armpit. It's a really good area to do because it makes women feel kind of more broad and husky, and it doesn't look as good in a blazer or a blouse. So we do armpits all the time with either back brow roll or arms.
All right, and last question, does this affect the muscle at all?
It shows your muscle more, but no, it doesn't affect your muscle. That's an important thing about AirSculpt is we leave your muscle alone. So thanks for watching this episode. It's been a pleasure, and thank you again to Halima. Thank you to Kira, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.